There is a secret formula capable of turning you into someone extremely confident in anything you do. By applying it the right way, you'll never have to worry about feeling nervous again, no matter what situation you're in. This formula was studied for years until it reached the final result. The best part is that it's very easy to apply. You only need 3 very simple ingredients, but they are extremely powerful. But use this with extreme caution, because this formula can turn you into someone so confident that to some people, it might even come across as arrogance. And as the old saying goes, with great power comes great responsibility. The first ingredient in our formula for confidence is one of the most underrated of all. Almost no one talks about it, but without a doubt, it's one of the most important when it comes to building real confidence. Without it, you will fail every single time you try to be a confident person. Let's start by looking at the most confident people in the world. They all have one thing in common, and it's not talent, it's not luck, and it's definitely not genetics. It's something that's rarely talked about, but it makes all the difference. The knowledge. Confidence doesn't come out of nowhere. You're not going to just wake up one day feeling like the most confident person in the world. That doesn't exist. Real confidence is born when you know exactly what you're doing, when you have clarity about everything. If someone is truly confident in themselves, it has nothing to do with magic. It simply means they have a very high level of knowledge about who they are. They know themselves, they know their limits, they know their flaws, they know their strengths, and they have their personal values very well defined. It's completely different from insecure people, because they don't know themselves. They don't know what they're good at. They don't know what they're bad at. And even worse, they don't even understand their own thoughts and emotions. That's why they live full of doubts and insecurities. Burn this into your mind. Your confidence is proportional to your knowledge. Write this down in the comments right now so you never forget it. Knowledge is the foundation for building your confidence, whether it's confidence in yourself, in a sport, or in anything you want. It's way easier to grow and improve in a game when you know all the rules, all the tools, and how to use each one the right way. Let's imagine you want to become a confident chess player, but there's a little problem. You don't even know where to start. You don't even know the rules. So tell me, what's the very first thing you should do? If you've been paying attention to this video, you already know the answer. The first thing you need to do is gain knowledge. In other words, you need to learn. Go search on Google, watch some YouTube videos, maybe read a book, or ask someone who knows how to play. It doesn't matter how, you figure it out. You do whatever it takes to understand how the game works. And after that, you'll start to notice something shifting inside you. You'll feel confidence showing up for the first time. Now it's time for the second ingredient. It is absolutely essential and will make all the difference in building your confidence. Without it, it doesn't matter how much you know. It doesn't matter how much you've studied. You won't move forward. Let's go back to the chess example I just used. You studied, you learned the rules, you understood how each piece moves, what the objectives are. And of course, that already gave you a little boost in confidence. Now you know that if someone invites you to play, you won't just stand there feeling lost or embarrassed because you have a foundation. You know what to do. But then, a problem shows up. A much bigger problem. Something that keeps you stuck in the same place, feeling insecure. The fear of making mistakes, the fear of messing up, the fear of people looking at you and thinking, wow, this guy's an idiot. He doesn't even know how to play properly. What a shame. Now pay very close attention because this is something you need to understand once and for all. This fear is your biggest enemy when it comes to building confidence. It's what drags you down. It's what makes you doubt yourself. It's what stops you from showing the world who you really are. And you know what the saddest part is? Fear doesn't care who you are. It doesn't matter if you're smart, talented, or hardworking. Fear attacks anyone. And that's exactly why you see thousands of insanely talented people. People with ridiculous amounts of potential, but they hide. Because they let fear take control of their lives. And if you don't learn how to defeat this, you can have all the knowledge in the world, but you'll still feel insecure. And that's exactly why the next ingredient is courage. Courage is what's going to solve all these problems caused by fear. And before you start telling yourself that you're not a courageous person, I want to make something very clear. Being courageous doesn't mean not feeling fear. Not at all. Courageous people feel fear too. The only difference is they don't let fear paralyze them. They take action despite the fear. And that's exactly what makes them courageous. You can also be a courageous person. You just need to understand fear. Understand that fear isn't a bad thing. Its mission is to protect you. If humans didn't feel fear, we wouldn't even be here today. It's because of fear that our species is still alive. When your mind realizes you're in a dangerous situation, it creates fear to warn you about that danger. In that moment, your brain chooses between two options, fight or run. But here's the thing, it will always prioritize running. It will only choose to fight if you're completely cornered. So starting today, whenever you feel fear, I want you to have a conversation with your mind and try to understand what it's trying to tell you. Because at the end of the day, it's not trying to hurt you, it's trying to protect you. After you understand what the fear is trying to say, you're going to analyze it and figure out if that fear actually makes sense. Is it a real danger or is it just a false alarm? At that moment, you'll have the choice to rise above the fear and become someone truly courageous. Now comes the most important ingredient, the one that will lock in your confidence once and for all. This will be the difference between having a fragile confidence that gets shaken by anything, or having a confidence that stays unbreakable no matter the adversity. So pay very close attention. To understand how confidence really works, think about a game. In a game, the more experience you gain, the more your level increases, and the higher your level, the stronger, more prepared, and more confident you become in that game. Confidence works the exact same way. The more experience you gain, the more confident you become. I'm 100% sure there's something you do so well that you feel extremely confident in it. It could be a game, a sport, or even your job. Now answer this, what do you think made you so confident at it? The answer is simple. It happened because you've done it for a long time, and that gave you something that built your confidence. You gained experience. The third ingredient in the formula of confidence. This is what makes all the difference when it comes to building real confidence. This is what transforms you from being insecure into becoming someone truly confident. If you want to build confidence, there's no other way. You have to throw yourself into practice as much as possible, because it's only by doing, failing, adjusting, and repeating that you gain experience. And the more experience you have, the more confident you become. It's useless to just study, overthink, or wait for the perfect moment. Confidence is built through repetition. So dive into practice. Go all in to gain more experience. You need to do it as much as you possibly can, until doubt has no more space in your mind. Now that you already know all the ingredients, there's only one thing left to activate the formula of confidence. Mix it all together. When you combine knowledge, courage, and experience, you have in your hands a true confidence potion. But be careful, use it wisely, because this formula is extremely powerful. Now, if you want to maximize the power of this formula, you need to understand one thing. There are thieves stealing the most valuable thing you have, and you don't even realize it. They're taking exactly what you need the most to become confident: your time. If you want to find out who these thieves are, click the video that's popping up on your screen right now.